But because our things is so good, and it's very difficult for me to compile it and compact it in a preview. So what we did is that we started to give a little bit of a snippet of it, right, to like maybe a Monday MAO live, so that the public audience can see it, and also you can bring your friends to go and take a look what you are listening every single day from me. Then, of course, Monday got a very good reaction. And of course, Monday to talk about the market, then by Friday, usually the market may swing a different position. So people will start to complain and say that, look, Monday you call for buy, but actually the market have turned around. So this public audience is all right. Get a little bit like, they are given free initially, they were happy with that. But when the calls didn't go out that well, or it changes along the way, which we changed along the way, but they didn't know about this, they get upset. So that's the reason why we did a Friday. Okay, we did a Friday, yeah, MAO. Then of course. Okay, what happened is that Monday have already, Friday have already, right? And the demand is like hell. Hey, your MAO is pretty decent, right? Can you have more MAO before I can make a decision to join you? So that's why periodically on Tuesday to Thursday, whenever I find anything important, I will do an MAO for the public also. So undeniable, this entire week is all right. We have done 3 MAOs for the public at the same time. Right, tomorrow will be Friday, right? So it will be another MAO for the public also. Now, end of the day is this, people ask, why don't you do MAO for the public totally? Now, of course, we can do it, but the question is, then there'll be no extra perk or benefit for you guys, right? Our TWB student. So to me is that, right, okay, as and when we think it's really important to address everybody, then we do a public MAO. If not, it'll be Monday and Friday. All right, Tuesday to Thursday itself, if it's nothing serious, we will just do it all for you guys. So that's why you need to hop around between Trade with the Boys Facebook page and TWB Revision Facebook group. So there's 2 different places for you to hang around, yeah? All right, Chong Ming, you say you want me to talk on crude oil a little bit more. Yes, I have prepared something for crude oil today, so you should be happy with that. Then it's AM for MAO, PM for PM. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, let me just put some laughter over it. Okay, once again, guys, let's go with today's MAO right now. Okay, now today my wife is not around. She went out to temple, so I can a little bit more relaxed for me to crack a joke with you guys, because I need to take care of her feeling. Yeah. Okay. Okay, today is the 24th of March. Okay, 24th of March, and of course today is Thursday. Okay, Thursday, and you can see from the collage that I have this morning. Now, actually, but you notice that by 6:30 to 7 a.m., right, I roughly have what I want to share. Then, of course, along the way, I will continue to watch some YouTubers, the very good ones, and get some ideas from them. Now, some of them are really good. So just in time, if their videos come out in time, I will listen and extract the main essence of it. All right. So you can see that actually every day is all right. I really do a lot of reading and watching simultaneously at the same time. So that's the reason why sometimes it's if I find certain things very good and I want to know more before I share with you, right, I will actually listen throughout and then get the gist of it. So sometimes I can be late by 15 minutes or even half an hour, it depending on the stuff that I actually can collect for you. So pardon me if you are unhappy with like my timing is always like 11, 11:15, 11:30 sometimes. Pardon me, all right? You must understand this. I'm doing all the work for you while you are enjoying the benefits of it, okay? All right. So without a doubt itself, right, UK have just had their biggest inflation figure for the longest of time, all right? This is a big problem for UK right now. And of course, now we have this subvariant BA2. Now, this BA2, we've seen this quite a while ago. Just that it was not that, that important to take notice. But you know that in MAO, right, usually all the big stuff, right, all the important stuff, you only hear from MAO first, then you get to see from the public, right? Always all the things, right? Because I really dig quite deep, yeah. So the BA2, I really hope that it doesn't really come to Asia, because now it's actually more primary in Europe. All right. So this seems to be this particular virus can really, doesn't really care about the vaccines. It just go, and even a booster shot, it doesn't really care. It just will hit you. So that's why now in Europe, right, the numbers again is surging once again for those who got the COVID. Okay. So this is the Omicron stealth. Okay, stealth. So you understand what stealth means? It's hidden or subtle. Yeah. Then, of course, now the thing is why I have this picture. Now, this is an old picture that Xi Jinping together with the India PM and, of course, this Putin. This is an old picture, but apparently it's all right. It seems that the three of them, from one look at it, it's all right. It seems that they know that what's supposed to do. All right. So that's why later on you will see why the three of them might be involved in a very big movement that could create some agony or piss off the Western powers. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's start our MAO right now. So disclaimer apply as usual, always as usual. All right, please understand this. Kindly understand that my job is to make you, let you know what to look out for the market. You make your own final decision with the risk management. Yeah. Okay. So to start out the day again, as usual, I always start with the joke of the day, but that actually set the tone of the market, or at least the tone of the MAO. So you can see now, right? People is basically playing with this, which is like one moment they pull the bull away from the market, one moment they push the bull out to the market. All right. And what we call is volatility. But the actual meaning of this thing itself, right, is that actually you can see this bull, right, is just only a toy or a moat for the big boys to play with. So the big boys want the bull to go out to the market, it will just pump it up. When the big boys want to pull it back, they just be pulled back. So that is the main idea of this particular cartoon. So that's the reason why some people are telling me, Cal, recently the market is kind of difficult to trade because one moment the market goes up, one market goes down, and we go up again, go down again, and so forth. Right now, this is called volatility. That means that the market is very volatile. Right, one moment is up, next moment is down. Versus trending market, you can see significantly it's just only this way or just going down. Okay, so now we are definitely in the very volatile period, and until the volatility is over, then we can see the market going to a particular direction. Okay, this is something that you must understand. Okay, all right, just a minute. Let's take a picture of this. Okay. All right, so one thing to take note of is VIX. Now, dear all, okay, in my opinion, VIX now at 23 is a very reasonable level to look up to buy. Okay, now allow me to explain this why. First of all, of course, if you can buy at 20, that will be marvelous. If you can buy at 15, it will be the best of the best of the best. But I cannot see how can it go down to 20 in the near term. And the RSI that I'm watching very closely shows that evidently that the last time we see this in about 2021, when the RSI is about 30, the index was about 16, yeah? Then after that, here itself is about 15, all right? But now we are now already at 23. Can you see that? Yeah. Wait a minute, there's new news coming out. Wait a minute. What is that from Bloomberg? Oh, is it? The mask rule has been eased. Wow, is it? Wow, the mask move has been eased, I think. Wearing mask outdoor will now be optional in Singapore. Yay! Oh, oh yes. Wow, that is excellent. Guys, have you seen the news? Yes. Okay, mask indoor is still mandatory, all right? But at least outdoor now is absolutely no longer to be, you can no need to wear. Oh, that's fantastic, man. This is really good. Okay, guys, you can watch the news at the same time. Right? It's happening right now. Okay, just as I'm getting news update as I'm talking to you guys. Fantastic. Okay, all right, you guys are hearing me? Oh, you are hearing the PM at the same time. Okay, anyway, let's continue. So what I'm trying to say is this now, that I feel that you can look to buy some VIX between 20 to 23. I think this two level here itself will be pretty decent to look out for buy. Okay, all right, now why am I saying that? Because I do expect volatility to surge in the next few weeks. As you know that the last few MAOs have been pretty vocal and very direct about how I see the market. Now, I'm not here to challenge nor want to be debating with any other people. I know that some people are very bullish and they are saying that this recession thingy is not going to happen. They think that this is crap. They think that the market will recover. They think that the market itself will never go into a sell-off mode, stuff like that. Okay, now everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Okay. All right. So definitely, there's no need for name calling. You don't need to do anything else. So basically, calling people nonsense and laugh at people and stuff, I think is very mediocre actions and also very childish, in my opinion. Yeah. So to me, it's not right. End of the day, is this. Okay. We as traders should protect our portfolio. Yeah. I think that is more important. So to me, it's all right. We have position in the market. Since they're right, if you're going to buy something to protect myself, buy some VIX. So if the market really don't go down, okay, don't go down, okay, all right, then we may lose some money. But of course, if the market goes up, right, this buying on the VIX will give us extra cushion to help us a little bit here and there. So of course, by technical points, so this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4, right? Currently now the market is trading below 4. You can see that the technical point. But yesterday's movement does shows that it's trying to regain into the trend again. So to me, it's all right. And with the RSI now at about 30, at about this 40 level, I think that this is a decent buy. Okay. Now, FYI, right? Since the market hit historical high until now, right, the market has not go below 15 much. So which means that if you buy a 23 example, all right, 15 is a low, that means that you're risking 8 points as a level. Now, this is not meant for stop loss because you know why? If you can buy a 15, right, it's really a steal in the market. So you put a stop loss at 15, right, you'll be cutting near the low of the entire this asset itself. Of course, the lowest point you ever go was 8. All right, 8 or 6, I remember. But that's really, really back in 2020, during the pandemic time itself and stuff like that. So to me, this type of trade, right, for VIX, right, it's more like you buy without stop loss, because the current price now at 23 is still very good to hold and buy. But of course, if you think that, right, this level, if you're not comfortable with it, then leave it alone, okay? You're not comfortable with it, then leave it alone, yeah? I think I don't see the comments coming in. I just refresh my screen again. Okay, just to double check, let's just check. I can't see my comments coming in. Right, if you're hearing me now, right, everybody, if you're able to hear me loud and clear, can you just do me a little favor? Can you just key number 1 right now? Just to let me see whether, is there something wrong with the Facebook thingy? Oh, you're here, is it? Okay. No, because I don't see I don't see you commenting anything. I thought the Facebook went down. Yeah, just double check. No, it's okay, it's okay. You can listen to our PM talk, no worries, yeah. I just want to double check as well. Okay. Thank you guys. It's okay. Yeah, I thought that it's down. Okay. All right, got it. Okay, so buying at 2023 is an idea for you to just consider. Okay, it's just an idea. All right, the rest itself, right? You leave it on you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So of course, yesterday itself, right? On the 23rd of March yesterday, I mentioned to you that if the Dow Jones can create a BMB, will be the best. Come on, guys. This is very clear. Yesterday, I tell you that if the Dow Jones can create a BMB, will be the best. So how to create a BMB to begin with? First of all, in an uptrend market, the market has to go up first, right? It has to break above the yesterday's high or the previous day high, right? Then after that, what must happen? It must go below the OP of the day. Then, of course, it will likely have to go below the MLP of the day. And most important, it will have to go below the low of yesterday. So it means that, right, as long as the market basically yesterday, if you were speculating there could be a potential BMB, right? Then when the market opens, it has to break the day high, right? It has to break the day high. And then after that, it has to reverse down. So without a doubt, it's not, if you are speculating that there's going to be a BMB coming in, basically it's all right. You can start to short right here, okay? And then if the market goes below OP, you short again. And if the market goes below the MLP, you short again. And of course, when the market goes below here, you short again. Then that will basically constitute to a potential BMB. And of course, by the end of the day, you close your position, you get back all your shorts. And that is why we yesterday tell you to look out for BMB potential. That is how it works, correct or not, right? So that's why yesterday I think decently most of the people around me have made money. All right, you can see now the market really did this, and the market beautifully went up. Okay, went up and broke the high. As you can see, it broke the high. Then after it went below the OP of the day, and then it went below the MLP of the previous day, and then after that it went below the low of the previous day, and of course closed near the low. All these were the hallmark of a BNB, and of course, as a trader, you should know what to do. All right, so indeed, am I spot on for my Dow? All right, my Dow spot on, yeah? If you think that I did a good job with my Dow BNB spot on, yeah, put on a Dow BNB spot on. Do me a favor, guys, come on. If you can do this, do me a favor, put on a Dow BNB spot on for me, all right? Because of course, later on, we will be covering a lot on BNB and what do we use the BNB for trading, and that's gonna be very, very important, yeah? I'll be sharing with you with all those information, yeah? Okay? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, you guys make me happy, yeah? Okay, thank you. Let's go. Okay, put a love and the likes. Okay, thank you guys. Really appreciate that, okay? Now, the thing is this, why do we want to talk about BNB? Because the last few times when the market created a BNB, the market actually pulled back. So I've got a doubt itself, right? This is the third time the BNB happened. So of course you may say, Kel, what if the third time it doesn't for you? Now, there's a lot of good time when people ask me, what if, what if, what if? Now, to me as a trader, if you're doing pattern recognition for trading pattern, then to me, there's no thing of what if. It's just that you do or you don't do. So simply put itself, right, if there's a BNB right now, I will tell myself this, if it goes below the SL, I know I can sell further. If the market itself, right, okay, trades around the RL, and I think it will go down to SL, I can short near the RL and then bring it down to SL and then I continue add on position. There are a lot of permutation to do. So all you need to do is this, just ask yourself what you do, and that's about it. Rather than to ask whether will it happen, will it go down, is it going to be guaranteed? Seriously, guys, if I can guarantee you what will happen to the market, and I tell you that, okay, it will go down for that for sure, then seriously, it's all right. I'm not going to be just only a cow, you know, that I'm going to be like probably in a temple to be pray with stuff like that. So please, guys, I cannot predict future. I can only tell you that pattern repeats and in the market. And that's the reason why yesterday I put the word BNB on the screen to tell you that I suspect that maybe a BNB is just around the corner. Okay, you got it? Okay, yeah. So that is what we had yesterday. Then of course, we have the crude oil, right? Crude oil was trading at $110.18. So again, people ask me the same thing, Cal, how do you know that the crude oil go to 115? I say that it's not, I know it because the numbers is there, 115.23, the number is there on your screen. So which means that, right, okay, as long as the crude oil stays above MLP of 109.31, which was actually already been doing that, and the thing is this, the momentum is there and the fundamental is there too. So to me itself, I just have to buy, put a stop loss as reasonable and aim high. Now, whether the market will go to 115.23, I don't know. Right, I don't know, but since the number is there, and we all know that pivots is like a law of attraction, right? Pivots, you say by itself is attraction. So we've seen this so many times, pivot to pivot trading, going towards pivot so many times. So we just have to put it high. So yesterday it's all right. Friends around me bought crude oil at 110, 111, 112, and then look, you can put at 113, 140 profit, but why don't you just leave some at 115.23? Just leave it there. And if it hits there, it's all right, there'll be extra profit for you. All right. And I tell you that crude is a buy. I reminded you, right? So indeed, did the crude oil go up? Yes, the crude oil really went up. It didn't hit yesterday 115.23. It only hit this morning, but still decently spot on, right? So again, guys, crude oil, I am spot on for that. So once again, guys, don't you realize that, hey, this guy has been spot on quite regularly, all right? And those two things I asked you to look out for usually seem to actually happen, right? If you do me a favor, can you keyword crude oil spot on for me? That'll be the best way to thank me, all right? So of course, okay, you must learn why I call for it. That's more important, yeah? So later on itself, I have more information for you about why I see crude oil could be trading higher in the near term, okay? All right, once again, thank you very much for your comments, yeah? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Terry, Rayang, Chongming, Hanyu, Dennis, Susan, Eric, Louis, Allison. All right, thank you guys for your kind words. Yeah, okay. Okay, just a little bit quick one as all, guys. I have my basic class this coming Saturday. If you have friends to recommend to us, quickly contact Richard at 9274-9213. All right, I left only 5 seats, okay? I try to fill it up ASAP. So do me a favor. If you think that you want to help us out, it's all right, and you don't mind your friend listening the same thing with you, and also let your friend be part of this community, then do me a favor, just ask them to come in and be part of us, okay? Now, of course, if you think that they should join the premiere, the class will be on the 2nd and 3rd of April, which is next following weekend. Yep, so you can see my weekend open again. But it's fine because I have good weekends recently. You can see on my Facebook, and you can see that, right, next time back again. All right. So contact Richard at 9274-9213. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, so let's look at what happened yesterday. New home sales came in lower than forecast. Okay, the number came in is actually at a price at the level of 772, right? It's actually lower than this 810. So that was another reason why the market came off yesterday. But more important was this, the inventories. As I told you, right, the inventories will be in a negative number, and indeed it happened. And because the inventories was a negative, that also pushes the crude oil even higher. Now, recently you notice that crude oil inventories have been negative. Now, this one I purposely bring out for you. Can you see that now? The entire January to February to March period, this is the crude oil inventories. You can see majority of time itself is all negative. Can you see that? So that means that, right, they are not producing as what you're supposed to do. So undeniable, that actually pushed the crude oil price higher. So fundamentally, you know that the inventories is not there. So because of that, there's no supply, high demand, hence therefore, the price will go up. This is very simple to understand, nothing too difficult. Yeah, okay. So the question is for today itself, right, it will be the initial jobless claim. So not too sure how it will swing, but look at the forecast and the previous, seemingly they're looking at a lower number. All right, so initial jobless claim means that, right, if you have a lower number, means the market is positive. If the number is higher, that means that the market itself is a problem. Now, do note, regardless, whatever will happen from now till May, the 50 basis point to rate hike is definitely for sure. So that means that if the initial jobless claim number goes higher than expectation, right, then the stock market will come up even more. It means that, right, the market itself is having a problem. Stagflation. That means that the growth is not coming in, people are not working while inflation is going up. So that is the key thing right now. Yeah. Crude oil now at OP level. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So what can you do? Well, as I said once again, trade according to rules. All right. You think that you want to look for, you want to cut your position, you can go ahead. You think that this is a good time to buy, go ahead. Everything itself is relative. Do your risk management. That is the most important thing. Yeah. Okay. Now, I already tell you 115.23 take profit already. Hopefully you've done some profit taking. All right, remember this market won't go up in one straight line. It will go up, it will come down. So trade according to rules. That's most important. Yeah. Thank you, Dennis, for sharing with that. Okay. All right. Now, this is, of course, the initial jobless claim numbers. You can see that we have been pretty flat over the last few weeks. Okay, pretty flat, about 220. So that means that the economy itself, right, still is pretty stagnant because initially you can see there's nothing that was diving down. So that's why the growth was there. But now you can see the stagnancy of it, right? So the last 2-3 months, the number have been sitting at a 200 level. So it's a little bit showing that the market is not moving. Because if the market is moving, it should go even lower, but it didn't. And it means that it's been stagnant for quite a while already. So again, that expressed my concern right now. So again, you see the way I read the chart is very different for most people. Now for the Dow Jones, you can see from the very beginning of the day, immediately it sold down by 200 points. Then as the day goes by, it just keep on going lower. Of course, it did try to recover around at 2 a.m., but after that, it fizzled out and selling continued to persist. Now, usually a closing that low is all right. That means that there should be more selling than buying in the market. So traders, that's why you can see now overall, the market looks like going down and up. So let's look at some of the fundamental first from the CNBC correspondence. Okay. All right. So first of all, what you're seeing right now is that the Dow Jones fell more than 400 points as oil rises to 115. Okay. So let's take a look. So first of all, oil price rose, renewing inflation fears. So again, inflation is real. So I cannot understand why some people, other people say that there's no inflation. I think they are either living under a rock, or they don't buy groceries, or they are just being denial. All right, I cannot see how they cannot see it. Okay, now oil prices tick higher because I told you, right, there are many reasons. I'll show you later. And because of that, right, you can see that the 10-year Treasury yields hit 2.41 session high, a level not since May 2019. Now, 2019 is where the market was near the peak back then before the pandemic. And yet now we are there with I say, with the chance of increasing interest rate. That is not a very nice thing to happen. So because of that itself, right, some people say that, right, it's very difficult to gauge whether the higher interest rate will impact inflation, economy, or the earning growth. Now, suddenly I realized that these people, if they want to be bullish, right, they throw away whatever they learned in school. So to them now itself, right, they feel that, right, maybe this inflation is good. Now, inflation, I have said before, is good because it actually increased the value of the earnings, all right? Because it means that if last time you sell this, if your cost is still $1, but you sell from 120 to 150, right? Of course, your earnings increase by 30 cents. That's a lot of money. All right. So that is only if your cost stays the same. But if the inflation is going up as well, right, the cost in relative will be the same. It will be increasing. But if let's say now you're running a company whereby you still push down your cost down, or you don't give any increment to your salaries to your workers, then yes, as a company, you do make more money during inflation. So that is whereby it's all relative, depending on the company itself. All right. So with that understanding, you can see that now that share prices like his, like Diamondback, I told you, right, are the two counters that went up high. Now, someone did ask, how come yesterday this Occidental Petroleum didn't go up? Yeah, guys, it went up to $62 recently, right? So give and take lah. Not every time crude oil goes up, the stock must go up itself. Okay, this Occidental Petroleum is for long term. Okay, remember, it's for long term. Yeah. So don't put them side by side and say, oh, crude oil go up already, I must buy Occidental Petroleum. That's not the right way to do. Just buy and hold it for long term as long as you think that the crude oil overall should be going up. Okay? All right, now Adobe really got hit because of their relationship, their business thing with Russia. So that is why I say this. Adobe shows a very clear cut that there are many companies that actually have business in Russia, and likely they will suffer when the next earnings come out. All right? Okay, of course, again, those who are bullish will say that this is a breeder that we bought after the go, so I'm not going to challenge this. But people like Carl Icahn, a billionaire, all right, has already said that, right, we are now could be in recession or worse. So I don't think as a multi-billionaire at his stage right now, there's any other reason for him not to speak the truth. So all I can say is this, okay, the bulls are definitely relentless. The bear is trying to come in. So as long as the bear doesn't overrun the bull yet, the overall sentiment is still bullish, because when you're at a denial stage itself, right, it's very difficult to let you see it. Only when the denial becomes fear, that's where the whole thing develops. All right, as you can see in the previous chart that I had, the investor psychology. All right, again, this is an individual. I will not want to go deeper on that. So let's look at the market itself. Okay, so yesterday, very clear, the market opens right here. And because it opens there, the market tried to go up, and indeed it really hits one of the KCB, 34,912. All right, the high itself is 34,912. Do you see how crazy is this system of ours? The KCB is 34,912. The day high itself is 34,912. Exactly the number that's reflected on our system. Think about this. Wow. How can a system be able to find out numbers before the markets are trading? All right, anyway, once it hit the 34,912, the market came off, right? And of course, one by one, it came down. Now, of course, dear all right? Now, 34,600, 34,661 is the P2. All right, it's a P2. 34,716 is MLP. So I ask you guys, everybody, please answer me now, okay? If its market is below MLP, below OP, below P2, what should you do? Please tell me. Below OP, below P2, all right, below MLP, what should you do? Please be kind with your answers. Think carefully and answer me, right? Let me know what have you learned from me, all right? This is so, so important, yeah? All right. Below OP, below P2, and plus on top of that, below MLP. There's only one answer to that. Every CCYR sell. That's it. Every CCYR sell. All right. Exactly, guys. Well said, everybody. Janet, Karine, Dennis, Peter, Louis, Susan, Ray Young, Eric, Dennis, all of you got it correct. So let's take a look, guys. Let's take a look, okay? This is the OP of the day. The market really triggered perfectly the KCB at 34,912 perfectly, no more, no less, a perfect number. Then once you go below OP itself, there is a first contentious problem here. And when the market basically hit MLP, you notice that it stopped there very nicely, right? As if they know MLP exists. But once it goes below the P2 and is a CCYR before that itself, right? It will be a sell. And you can see it really came down. Then again, CCYR, sell. CCYR, sell. Can you see that? Guys, this is how we trade in the market. But a lot of people, when the market have came down quite a bit to this point here, most likely the RSI, the MACD, the stochastic will have bottomed out over here. And what will they do? They will become buyer. The market will go up a little bit and then the market sell down again. Now look at our KSI. Look at it. Throughout the KSI, all the way is red in color. Red in color means what? That means that the market itself is full of sellers. You cannot short, you cannot long the market. You're only short. Keep on shorting, keep on shorting, keep on shorting, and you make money from there. So guys, this is the power of classic trade TWB system. And I told you before, right? If the market is below P2, below OP, usually it will end near the low of the day. And again, it has manifested according to rules. Guys, if you think that this is an incredible system, please again, hit incredible system once again. So I can use it for my marketing to show to people once again, right? Please do it now. If you think that this system is really incredible, you have benefited from it itself, right? Please do that, okay? So once again, below OP, below P2, CCYR sell, CCYR sell, CCYR sell, CCYR sell. And because it closed, it's a classic trade, below OP, below P2, usually you'll close near the low of the day. All right, so once again, guys, this really speaks for itself, right? Don't you think so? I mean, I know some of you now are doing this. I want to be gently remind you. Now, some of you are actually now coming to MAO, basic student, okay? And you capture the P2 and P1, and then you put on your basic chart. Now, it's no wrong by doing that. In fact, I salute you for doing that. But you must know how to utilize it properly before you use it. Now, I know some of you actually want to save some money or want to just take a look at it again and make some money from the market before they go for Premier. But seriously, you don't need to do the extra effort. You really go for Premier, you get an indicator, learn it properly from me, and then you will be able to use it. I'm quite sure within 2-3 months, you should be able to cover back your cost fee very, very easily. Just have to concentrate on basically trading. Classic trades will be very good enough. Can understand this? Right? Because if not, right, you only hear what I say in MAO, then you try to do it on your own through at the basic level. Then when things doesn't go according to rule, you don't know what to do with it, right? Then you have a problem because you tell me, you're afraid that I may scold you. But if you do it right, you lose money in this way, right? It's going to be very going to be very sad, right? It's very desponding, in fact. Got my point? Now, don't be penny wise and pound foolish. Okay, I know you guys are making money from the market. Kindly go for the class. It will serve you better. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for your nice words. Okay. Now for gold, yesterday was pretty clear. The market opens was actually between the two pivot, right? And the KSI was actually red. So by right, it should sell. Yeah, by right. But because the market almost immediately opened and trade higher, it went past MLP. And it's above MA 30. It's also above MA 200. So of course, everything is a buy plus above MLP. So that's why above MLP, I say, guys, if you want to do, can buy gold right now. And I target right 115.23 was my target, but the market highest point was 114.24. Now it doesn't matter how high the market will go. Right? End of the day is the you profit from there. So you can see now again, this is a beautiful chart where the market basically bounces off at OP. And did a CCRY at start. So immediately the first KTR plus 3 was given already. Then after that, someone asked me, can we buy now? I said, no, because the market has already hit +3, let it come down. So when it came down itself, you notice it again stopped at KTR +1. It's slightly higher than OP. And again, if you do the same thing again, you buy. Now, when you see a star appearing on the screen, all right, most likely it's all right. You just have to draw 2 simple lines across it. Okay, as long as the market stays above the RL line, then you look for buy. If the market stays below the SL line, they look for sell. Got it? All right, and of course, what happened after that to the crude oil price? It went all the way up. So fantastic, right? This is really a fantastic system because if you have shorted on the way up, you'll be so dead. Okay, all right, got it? Okay, all right, so you got it, all right. Thank you very much. Hey, that was crude oil yesterday. This is crude oil. Sorry, that was crude oil. The one I thought was crude oil. Yeah? Okay, I didn't change the caption. It's crude oil. Okay, and this is gold. This is gold. Same thing again. Broke MLP and broke pivot 1. So broke over P above pivot 1. CCRY will be a buy, right? CCRY will be a buy. What is this? What is what is S&P 440? Are you telling me the price is 440 now? 4400? No, why suddenly the S&P 4400 come up? Okay, not too sure why. Yo Sui Seng, right? Is there any reason for writing that? Yeah, so I will know what's going on, yeah? I thought suddenly the S&P plunged down to 4400. That would be wow. Okay, that would be pretty alarming, yeah? Okay, some people have been texting me on the site, how can we buy crude oil on the site? Like I say, guys, don't ask me whether you can buy crude oil or not, okay? Do your risk management. Ask yourself how much can you lose. Look out for a good setup and then do the calculation. I cannot tell you how high crude will go. I really not the type of trainer. Now, some trainer, they will tell you, wow, there will be big buy call, big sell call. And of course, when they hit, they will take the gong and ding, 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 ding. If they lose, they just sweep under the carpet. No, I'm not the type of trader. I do ask you to do spot on whenever I get it correct, but it's not no near way of what I compare myself to them. Now, yesterday it's all right, just a little trivia, yeah, it's internal. All right, there was a particular trainer, okay, who was showing live trading for gold. All right, now 2 days ago when he called for buy, the gold plunged, right? Remember, the gold plunged down all the way down. You can see that, right? The gold plunged down all the way. Okay, then after course, he been doing martingale buying. Every lower level, he buy. So at one stage, you saw, right, when the market was going to 1910 for gold, obviously the account was down quite a fair bit already, all right? He just kept quiet, no sound, no picture. That no one, and of course, what happened when the gold shoot up, right? Basically, he turned his capital to pretty decent profit. Yeah, very good profit. So of course, to me, it's all right. If that is the way you trade, that's just a matter of time that you will get hit. Yes, the profit is really good profits, yeah, but you are putting a lot of people at risk, especially if these are your students. I think that will even be much more crazy. So to me, it's very simple. Everybody got their own way to do business and do their trading calls. If you like those type of trading calls and it's like gung-ho type, whereby you go in heavy and you keep on average down and hope for the best, okay, then TWB system is not meant for you. Because if you want to do that, we can do it a long time ago. And of course, it's all right. End of the day, sure we'll win if you keep on martingale it, and if the market doesn't crack down against you, you will still survive and you win. But then again, for those people who can't take it, they'll lose a lot of money and they will get psychologically scarred by that. So again, to me, I'm not too sure what type of trader you are, but for me itself, if the market is above MLP, it's above OP, I look to buy. The first target I will take profit itself will be 1932, because that's what I see first. Then the next target itself will be 1940, because that is the next number I can see. Can you understand that? Yeah? Okay, you went to the wrong MAO, that's why. Okay, fair enough. Okay, got it. So that is how we should do it. Dennis now tell us the crude oil is below OP, yeah? Okay, I say again, do your own homework, trade according to your own rules. All right, no worries, okay. So now let's take a look. This is going to be very interesting, yeah? Take a look, yeah? Okay, so we have multiple star and multiple bombs yesterday, really multiple, yeah, a lot. So what happened is that, okay, the first few one we don't bother, because normally we don't bother. Now, first of all, the first star that was there, so you have the first BMB, right? So the market went above the RL, so it went higher, so it's a buy, right? Then a new star is born at that point, so you need to withdraw the BMB. So withdraw the two lines, and the market went below the line, so it came down. So everything is actually going according to plan. But remember, gold overall is an uptrend, right? When the KCX turns green, that is tell you that it's time to go for buy. So when the KCX is green, you waited and waited and waited until then you notice that this is actually a BMB on its own. But because this is not the lowest point, the star or the bomb will not come out, right? So it doesn't matter. Do you see that this is a CCRY and this is actually coming with a KCX? So KCX already tell you it's a buy signal, and now you have a CCRY. And this CCRY is right, don't have any trigger until it goes above OP. Then there's a trigger. So if you want to buy only based on here, it's actually correct because you need a trigger to be safe. So after that, a new star is born. You draw the two lines there, and the market went above the RL of the new star. So that's why the price go higher. And when it hit the pivot one, you notice that it stopped there for a while, and again a new star is born, and you draw the two lines. And after that, when the market loses the SL, the price goes down. So this is what happened. But because it's above OP and above MLP, theoretically, there's no reason for you to sell your position. So what happened again? The CCRY coming again. If you follow the whatever you just said earlier, you will still buy. You have made some money again. But once you hit the KTR +2, you notice that it's a BMB, right? So there's a new star is born. So again, you draw the two lines, you do see the market coming off again. But after a while later, you can see almost again the market stayed above the KTR +1. And this time around, no new star, right? The market went above this SL, which created a CCRY. And of course, you can add more position to long here as well. And of course, it went all the way up. Okay? So that means that yesterday there were multiple stars that you can see on the screen. And if you actually use the star according to what I just do, you may not lose money. It's just that you may have some so-called near-term stop-out trade, but overall you make, you understand? So star and bombs, right, actually it's a very good indicator to use. As long as you know how to use it, it will be pretty good. Got it? All right. So if you got it right, can you keyword got it for me? Just want to see whether you all understand that. Okay, just to let you know that the crude oil now is trading below OP, yeah? As I said once again, so if you are in the position whereby you are not comfortable to hold your position and you're in profit ready, it's below OP, you take some profit, go ahead. Because buying itself is always buying above OP, you'll be very safe. If the market goes below OP itself, you're not comfortable, you can just basically take your profit, okay? And move on, yeah? Don't need to stick to it because as I said, target is target. Whether the market reach it by today, tomorrow, we won't know, right now, huh? Please, because now I'm receiving a lot of messages from people asking me how about crude oil, how come it's coming down, yeah? All these things, huh? We called for buy yesterday, and my friend, yeah, yesterday we called for buy. Yes, this morning I say that if you want to buy crude oil, you can. But if the market now breaks below your stop loss, if it's going to be triggered, then you just have to trigger it. You don't need to hold your position, yeah, just for the sake of proving me wrong. You know, this is your money. You must understand that. So now I can see again messages is flooding my handphone right now as usual because people are getting a bit worried. How come the price is coming down? Guys, crude oil go up and down. It's really on its own, yeah. Okay, and this at the moment now, why crude oil is actually moving down? I don't know why. Maybe there's some news or maybe the channel has repaired and stuff like that. I'll tell you more why the crude oil price actually came up yesterday. Okay, all right, but please do me a favor. Kindly do your risk management. Okay. All right, so let's talk about this first thing first, which is the Omicron stealth subvariant BA.2. Okay, now it says that it could go wild in Europe before going global. Say the top epidemiologist. Okay, neologist. Okay, sorry, can't pronounce it. All right, so anyway, while Ukraine war is ongoing, but the thing is this, right? Many people are more focusing there. Apparently now Germany is having a record number again of 250,000 to 300,000 new infection a day. My God. Wow, that means that imagine it's 300,000 people a day. That means after 7 days, it's 2.1 million people. Now that is 1/3 of Singapore population in 1 week. Imagine that, my God. So of course, is it what do you call deadly? Well, apparently not. It's just that people falling sick like the common flu. So you can see now, this is the numbers that I gather for you. And incredibly, until to date, US has been very low number. Incredible, right? US has been a very low number, while Italy, UK, France, Germany, Netherlands, Australia, all of them have very high numbers. That is something incredible, yeah? Not too sure why is US able to do that right now. Their so-called vaccination rate is not fantastic, right? So, interesting. This is where I guess it's always very interesting to see when we compare apple with orange. Okay. All right, anyway, the subvariant is estimated to be 1.5 times more transmissible than Omicron. That's the reason why it's heading so fast, yeah? And likely it could become a global dominant variant of there. Okay, so this BA.2 is a little more likely to cause infection in household contacts when compared to BA.1. Okay, so in short, what I saw is just that it's going to make you a little bit sick. That's all. Okay, apparently, right? Still, overall, it's okay. It's just going to be from the this is the data. All right, showing that right, the numbers will increase along the way, but still overall still okay. So this is something that I saw on the internet. Yeah. All right. Now on the other note itself, right, why crude oil price is moving higher? Because apparently itself, right, Putin wants the unfriendly countries to pay for Russian gas in rubles, and that's a very smart move. Because right, they buy if you want to buy the gas, right, you pay in ruble. That means you buy ruble first, right? So obviously that will push up the rubles again. So now this is a very good move, but the question is this, will people do that? That's a very good question. So because you must understand, UK and US and Britain, they won't do it because of whatever, but EU states, right, they did not agree to sanction Russia's energy sector. They did not do that because they have strong dependency on it. Hence, therefore, there is a possibility that the EU may or might consider to do that. Now, the thing is this, Russia have drew out a list of unfriendly countries, and incredibly Singapore, our little Singapore, is actually part of it, yeah? Okay, all right, unfriendly countries, okay. So in short, what I'm trying to say over here is pretty simple, okay? All right, is that the Russian wants that they want them to be buying paid on rubles, okay? Now, of course, when this actually happened, right, this is going to create a lot of problem. So that's the reason why you can see now the rubles yesterday actually recover a little bit, yeah? Recover a little bit. It was all the way at 160 at the peak. Now has recovered back to 106, yeah? So it could go down further if this really happened, right? It could go down to 90. It could actually happen, go below the 100 mark. It is very possible, okay? It is actually very possible, yeah? Okay, so that is what's happening right now. And because of that, right, that's when probably Joe Biden now heads to Europe to bolster the Western alliances. So it's basically going up the south, right, to go to Belgium and Poland to basically keep the allies and look at what can they do to make sure that they continue to sanction Russia. So that is the main objective why Biden is flying over right now. And in fact itself, right, this Boris Johnson wants to fly to Kyiv to actually do that, I don't know do what. We saw that Macron might be going there, and Macron now, the French president, has basically managed to stay with his current presidency, yeah? There's all these things are all very propaganda stuff, yeah? Oops, sorry, the PowerPoint didn't do properly. Hold on, yeah? Give me a minute. Okay, so what is the main reason why the crude oil price yesterday went up? Now, it's because there's this particular Black Sea canal that is between Sochi and Varna. All right, there's a canal like this. Okay, this is the very long canal, and apparently due to some weather problem, it basically has some issue, and because of that itself, right, it created a halt, and because of that thing itself, right, it creates some oil, about 1.4 million barrels of oil stop flowing to the global market. Now that's about 1.2% of the entire global demand. All right, so because of that, right, that's the reason why the crude oil price actually went up yesterday. So what is one of the reasons? So maybe now they made some news and say that, right, this thing is settled, or there's some alternative, and that's the reason why the crude oil price actually came up a bit, yeah? So, but the thing is, this news actually came out 2 days ago already, but the market did not really react yesterday. It's like a little bit like slow down, and after that, then it react. Very interesting, yeah. Okay, now while Russia wants to sell their gas in rubles, apparently India rupee ruble trade agreement with Russia may be ready in a week. Well, this is going to be big. So apparently, India Finance Ministry came in and says that right, they don't mind having a relationship whereby it's rupee ruble trade agreement. Serious, okay? So apparently it's all right. They announced a payment arrangement, and that means that right, they can allow it to be happening. And they're going to make sure that about basically, right, 200,000 exporters are getting involved in this. All right, so they're going to allow, proposal allow 4 to 5 nationalized Indian banks to engage in this trade. Wow, okay. So the thing is this, if you allow India to do this ruble thingy, so in short, you're also allowing China to do the yuan thingy. Now, this is going to piss the West, definitely. Now, you must understand by doing that itself, right? You're telling me now you don't want to use my dollar as a product. And obviously, when that doesn't happen, that means that the dollar will depreciate in value. And that is where all the unhappiness is coming in right now. So if this actually goes through itself, right, the India-US relationship will suffer. The China also will suffer because everybody is trying to tell you that do not bring in any form of cash into this particular country for Russia. So once again, this is the big problem now that the world is facing because now everybody is basically looking at size. Okay, so this one they didn't know about China, but to me it makes a lot of sense, right? If they say they accepted this as well, right, then it means that they're already stuck in the face, and the next country might be Chinese yuan. So that's the reason why the UK inflation hits the fresh multi-decade high of 6.2%, right? Slightly lower than America, but still this is a high number, yeah? So do note the BOE has hiked already 3 consecutive rates high, but the market inflation is still going higher. So what does it tell you? It basically tells you that, right, even you hike interest rate, right, you will not cut inflation immediately. It won't. It will just pass down, pass on. So actually the only way to really hit the market hard is to remove or make sure the assets goes down. Either property prices go down or equity prices go down. One or the other, it has to go down. So that will bring down the recession number. Can you understand that? Okay, so this is very important to understand because the Monetary Policy Committee delivered a more dovish tone than expected last week. All right, but yet still you can see that the crude oil price still managed to go up. So with that understanding now, we've now at this, will be at this point now, right? What should I be doing? So basically, just take care of parents, especially, and keep them safe and sound. That's more important, yeah. All right. So Russia and Turkey surprisingly want to rival UK and Ireland to host a Euro 2028. When I saw this article, I was laughing away. I said, "How on earth can they do that? My goodness, they haven't settled their own problem yet." So apparently, it's all because FIFA haven't cut away Russia's name yet. Because of that reason, that basically allowed Russia to step in. Now, to me itself, right, I think this is not about participating. I believe that this was done on purpose. So that is the only way to actually increase the viewership and let people know more on the situation and stuff like that. So actually, this move itself is more for showmanship sake than anything else. So of course, okay, you can see that, right, people complain already why they are in. They have been put their name forward to this competition because the Russian Football Union was not suspended when FIFA and UEFA rule actually formed. So a bit of like, push you, push me. So anyway, yes, indeed, this whole thing itself is terrible. All right, so you must take note of this. Okay. Oops. Okay, sorry. Okay, so now that is where things get a little bit scary right now. Apparently, NATO say okay, no? NATO actually say okay to this. Okay, they say okay to more major increases of troops. All right, Zelensky says that 100,000 people are trapped in Mariupol. But the problem is this, then why is NATO putting more troops? What's the main reason? So they say that it's to do a complete blockade and stuff like that and want to rescue people from the Mariupol, right? So you can see over here, says that, right, they now this Kremlin says that, right, they want more American diplomats to get out of Russia, and this shows that, right, they got things to do, and of course that become what a persona non grata, all right, thingy. Now this is Russia first and latest helpful and productive thingy. So that's the reason why they felt that, right, this is whatever they're doing is proper, and whatever NATO is doing is actually doesn't make sense. Okay, so that's what's happening right now. But you look at it carefully, right? This is from one of the talk show in Taiwan. All right, you can see this something very interesting. Now you can see that Mariupol is here. You can see here is the state. Now you look at it and you link them together, you will notice that actually Putin is trying to link them up together. That's why once it's done, it's what happened. Basically there'll be no other outlet coming out. Okay, so this is a very scary thought, but it's actually one of the YouTuber. And he says that because of this, they're actually linking up as a belt, and then they'll set up this so-called what they call flu, and then or something else, and then that will obviously bind up everybody, so that will make the entire Ukraine itself, right, fall in the trap of another here or there, like isolated country. So that is why you can see when the attack come in, right, you move in a very interesting direction. So you got it? All right, it's quite cool, right, to see something like this. I really didn't think outside the box here. Just give me a moment. Okay, done. Yeah, okay. So some important market information for you for today. Now, first of all, Bola, Loretta, and Mary. All right, so you can see all of them. They have decided the thing that, right, the market, all right, really need a answer. So that's why now, right, this Bola, we know he's been very hawkish, but now rope with two ladies, they are even more hawkish. They're also very hawkish in the market. They want interest rate to go up itself. So that's why now the market is pretty pressurized with how high the interest rate should be going this time around. Okay, so you can see now this is the Federal Reserve May and June number. So you can see now, right, that basically for month of May, there's only 36% of people willing to basically accept a 0.25, while instead itself, right, 63.9 actually accepted the whole 50 basis point. So for crude oil, it will be the same. All right, it will be the same for this June's June's what do you call June's FOMC. This is May FOMC, the expectation. Yeah, they are also expecting a higher number of a high 50 basis point, 25 basis point first, then a 50 basis point later on. Okay, it means that there are more people looking at 50 basis point than 25 basis point. So they're telling you that right now, it means that the next 3 months, there should be 1% hike overall the next 3 months. So you can see the numbers are there in percentage form itself. And this tell you clearly that, right, why we believe that the crude oil price will go higher than lower. Okay, got it? Sorry, it's a bit distracted because a lot of messages coming in really non-stop, yeah? Now, once again, I already informed you guys what to look out for the market. You have to remember what I share. Then you forget, then you will be like, you know, you'll be wasting your time. All right, so why the stock can go higher with the relating itself, right? Because there is a thing of inflation. If inflation continue and the market stabilizes, right, they'll pass down the cost to the consumer, and that will actually bring up the revenue higher. And that is where they say that if the market is comfortable, raising rate is not a big problem. And of course, by raising rate, it will help the financial stock, that's for sure. And of course, it will also help the oil counter because it will drive energy price higher. All right. So there's something to think about that, why energy price, why the inflation will help in a way. So that's why the index for technology shares actually came up, right? Okay, take note that. So of course, the SPDR for technology is now up by 2%. It was actually down quite a fair bit, but eventually the better part is this: he's bullish, but he's actually very worried. So he said that, right, maybe the market will go down and you don't feel like doing up the shop and stuff like that. So all these things itself, right, tells you that, but at the same time itself, you can see that they also have to cut their S&P expectation from 5,200 to 4,800. So it's again a 10% drop rather significantly, yeah, as compared to other people. Okay. Okay, got it? Okay, all right, let's continue. All right, so because of that, I told you earlier, right, Adobe share plunged by 10% because of the Russia invasion of Ukraine. Okay, so you can read it on your own. So basically, it's not right. This is not going to be the end. I believe there's a lot of companies who will have establishment in Russia, and they'll take this opportunity to throw it down to the investors so that they can basically they will need to come up more money again. So that's why now today and tomorrow, if the sun is up, do bring your swimming stuff and then do it. All right, so there's something to think of, yeah. Okay, so this is something to think of over here, guys, about this Adobe. So do note there'll be a lot of stuff coming in, a lot of companies will suffer, okay? So you can see now Adobe shares coming down quite badly yesterday, right? You can see that it's down, heavy volume traded, as you can see. Now this Adobe shares have been, you can see that from March last year, it's the same price, it's coming back again. And of course, if you look back again, it was the same thing in July previous year. So this March low of 420 is a very critical level for Adobe. Okay, if Adobe really goes down, then it will really flush down all the way, because that was where it all started. Okay, back to a 330 region. But if not, right, 420 is the first support for Adobe. All right, whether will it go up higher? Well, that will depend on the market, but I don't think in the near term there is a chance for it to go any higher. Yeah. Now, long-time bull Tom Lee, all right, now back in March 16, all right, about a week ago, he actually admitted that he was too upbeat about stocks and said that they suffer a deeper correction than he thought. So he actually come out and admit that he was a bit too optimistic and said that the market will go up and stuff, but the stock market keep coming down, right? So that was Tom Lee back on 16th of March. Pretty nice. At least he does apologize and he admit his mistake, not like other people. All right, but then yesterday, Tom Lee came back on CNBC, his first physical, first one-to-one interview. All right, all the way he's been doing Zoom, right? But now he made up and he says that no, although he was wrong, but he still thinks that this high inflation will actually make price higher. So he says that, right, this will actually make the price higher. So again, in the video, I'll upload it through the market news later. You can actually hear it for yourself. I mean, his view is not wrong. He's saying that, right, the war will bring out inflation, but it also help economy. He also said that, right, sooner or later, it's all right, all the funds will come back in again and buy. So he's not wrong. In fact, he's pretty decently correct. But the thing is this, I feel that, right, to be correct in a bull market, more important things, the market must bottom out first. So if the market haven't bottomed out yet, then I suspect that the market may sell out a little bit more before it bottom. So I don't think that he's wrong or right, but more of the thing is that, right, he should be right in the second half of the year. So for me, it's all right. I'm going to tell you that most likely the second half of the year, I'll concentrate more for buying and selling, right? Right, yeah. So that's my point here, okay? Okay, so of course, sorry, again, PowerPoint issue. Now, of course, now the funds are all going everywhere. And one of the funds that went is going to the AMC shares, right? You see the AMC shares shooting up, all right? And of course, you see another company called Large also shoot up. Now, there are funds running around in the market because now the bond market is coming off, right? And the equity market is coming off a bit, right? The money don't know what to do. So what they do, usually go back to the stock market and whichever can give them high return in a shorter period of time, they will go with it. So I'm not half surprised they have selected this to attack and see whether how's the result of it. Yeah, so there's something that's what's happening right now. Some people's job is to just do that, yeah? Very sick, but that's how they do it, okay? Got it? All right, so now we can go to the alternate market news. After that, I'll tell you more about crude oil and stuff like that. Huh? Let's go. Now, one thing is that why, remember last week I told you, right, why I suspect the Nasdaq will go higher, because due to the 4-day advance and decline breadth, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instances whereby the 4-day advance and decline breadth was at the highest peak itself. All right, you notice that the market actually bottom out and go higher. All right, but this one went out all the way higher. This one bottom out first and then go higher. And this one also bottom out first and go higher. All right. So you can see that what's happening here is that, right, whenever the 4-day AD level are here at a very high level, right, it's very simple to just trade. Just stick to the buy side. You should be fine. Okay, that's the reason why I want you to take a look at this, okay, the 4-day AD breadth. Okay, now of course at the same time, okay, at the same time, wait, something wrong, wait, sorry, let me just see the minute. Okay, now this is the equity as percentage of GDP. All right, you can see now, right? We are definitely way at the almost high value. All right. The last time it happened was something similar, at least back in 2000, the Lehman crisis. Then after that, going forward, it's all right. At least it happened again during the China so-called bull run. But this time around, right, you notice that the equity of percentage of GDP has shoot up so heavily from 1952 to 2021. It's went up so heavily. So basically, right, the market is definitely overweight. Okay, the market is definitely overweight. So of course, the market will likely be pulling back down. All right, so this is something that you need to be very careful. Yeah. So this is an AAII allocation stocks, and of course, at the same time, once again, when it's at the peak itself, then we have a problem, right? So you can see for yourself that when the index was at the high level at 70, you can see that the market initially pulled out first, then go higher, right? So the next time it happens again, or somewhere near picture block it, but it should be around here. Okay. So did the market go up? Yeah, indeed, it go up. So now the question is this: will it be coming up again? Well, based on what we're seeing now, most likely it'll come down again. Then after that, show him the space again, and then tell him where is this. Then this will actually work out fine. So I don't think at the near term now, right, SPX has anything to do other than to sell short on this counter. Yeah. Okay, now this is where it gets a bit scary. Now this is the growth tax, right? The growth tax is one in blue, and usually it's a very good forward indication. The ISM manufacturing PMI itself, right? You can see that it's actually tracking the growth tax very closely until this year. Until this year, things haven't developed. I mean, because of whatever happened. What happened now? The number actually now is with loss. I couldn't find the original, but that means that, right, the growth tax tells me that the market is actually using loss or sell to do this downside. Okay, it could be, yeah, but it's a very heavy number. It's in millions of dollars. I don't think this can be done. Okay. All right. Now watch this, guys. This is now what happened. The last time when this happened, whereby the thing did a very strong pullback, it was back in 2008. Can you see that? Okay, a strong pullback from there on. So now you notice this is identical, right? So what's the problem here? Well, these are one on the same year as me. So that means that, right? Take a look. Right? Take a look. So now, don't you notice that the movement now in this now the movement here at A is very close like what we have for B. Can you see that? So when after that what happened? After that what happened? The market really sell off. Can you see that? The market really sell off during the so-called pandemic time. This is where the stock market sell off during the major crisis. But all of them has a very interesting relationship with this one here. So don't you find that this is actually very scary stuff that actually things may actually repeat, and if it repeats, right, the thing could be pretty terrible. And of course, again, if that really happened, sorry. If that really happened, right, this is going to be very bad for us. Okay, so that's why you need to understand this. Okay. Okay. So take note of that, guys. This is very important. All right, very important on this one here regarding about this potential movement here. Because if that is going to happen, the selling itself, right, will come to this point here, and that will give you the first support, and that's for 41,110 level. Yeah, 4110. So now where are we now? We are now here at 44.30 plus level. Okay. All right. So it is possible that this thing can happen. It is very possible. Yeah, because the thing is really incredibly looks identical. Yeah, the momentum is very identical. All right, for 2018, and now it's 2008. Okay. Okay, go guys. All clear on this? All clear? All right, if all clear is out, remember about my class coming up. Okay, contact Richard 9274-9213. Okay, all right, so let's go to the charts right now. The bull goes moo, the bear goes grr, and the flamingo is different this time. Okay, China market again relentless. Now the thing is this: the funds are definitely trying their best to support the market. It's very, very clear. So judging from this type of momentum, it is very clear that once the market break past this figure, most likely there will be further upside. But on the same notation, if the market breaks below the support, the selling will bring it down quite badly. So for China market, at the moment now, you can see evidently it's very difficult for it to go up nor go down. It seems that something is stucking it. Someone is just playing with it. Yeah, so for us, we just have to wait until the market chooses a particular direction, then we go for it. Are we clear? Okay. All right, so that is China A50. Let's look at the Dow Jones now. Now the Dow Jones, we have here, obviously, we have a new BMB, right? Yeah, so this number here, 35,488. This number here is 33,761. Okay, so very simple. Everybody take a piece of paper, write down. The low here is 34,336. Okay, now this BMB SL is 34,336. Okay, so it's going to be very simple. All right, very simple to understand this. Number one, okay, if the market stays above the 34,336, it will rebound. It will recover a bit because the market is bullish at the moment. Yeah. Number two, if the market go below 34,336, then it will likely be going down to here, which is 33,761. Only if the market go below 34,336. Okay. All right. There's an MA itself. You have to see just join a short one. Yep. Okay. Now, if the market choose to be up instead, the first target it will go for is 34,598 because that is the MLP. Okay, that's MLP for it. And of course, if we continue to go higher, the next number available is 34,679. So with these two numbers, I think 598 and 679 plus the good rest, I think that this is how we will complete this Dow analysis. Yeah. Now this is Nasdaq. Now Nasdaq actually did a CCYR yesterday. All right, but now it's trading above OP. So very simple, above OP is still a buy relentless because it's actually above MA30. But it'll be better for Ronaldo to wait for it this guy Nasdaq to go past 14,561. It's better for it to go past 561, then you buy, it'll be safer because that means the pivot to 14,618 might be triggered. All right, so basically for me, I look at MLP first. If it goes MLP, then I wait for MLP again with the expectation that it may touch and go down, right? So just watch out for it. So that's how I see it now for this crude oil. Okay, all right, got it. Okay, let's look at the next one. Is S&P 500. Yeah, problem now. Okay, there's some technical problem on here. Okay, there's some technical problem on my MT4. Yeah, let me just see what happened wrong. I just stop sharing first. Then I share again. The last time this happened, it worked. Okay, it's working right now. Okay. Okay, so let's do S&P 500. Now S&P 500 is now trading below P2. That's pretty outright, but it's staying above OP, right? It's staying above OP. Now by staying above OP, that means that it's not a sell yet. Okay, it's still not a sell yet. Okay, so the thing is this, for this S&P now, the market KSI is green in color. So that means there are buying forces in the market. They are buying concern, yeah? So with that understanding, as long as S&P stay above OP, you cannot sell S&P. Now, the pivot is 44, MLP is 44.84, all right? The market may actually test that level first. It may test that level first before coming down. It is possible, yeah? All right. If not, only if it goes below OP. Now, the OP of today for S&P 500 is 44.56. Only if it goes below 44.56, then this will be a good sell. I repeat, then this will be a good sell. But because the KSI is green in color, it will be, the sell is a good sell, but may not be ending at the low. All right, so traders take note there, 44.56, okay, for the S&P 500. Now, of course, if it goes up itself, 44.84 will be the first resistance. And of course, 45.05 will be the one you mentioned, which is MLP. And I think that's a very good film to basically know that, 45.05, okay? Okay, got it? Yeah? Wow, more than 100 messages already coming in. Oh my God. Okay, all right. So that's S&P 500. Now Hang Seng, let's take a look. Now Hang Seng today is a doji. Doji directional day, guys. So what should you do? Above OP, buy. Below OP, sell. KSI today is green in color, uptick some more. So that means the market will be more towards the buying, guys. This is no-brainer. So as long as the market does a doji, very good chance the next day will be a directional day. The last time we just saw it a couple of days ago was a doji, and the market stays above OP. The Hang Seng went up by almost 500 points. So will today happen again? I don't know. All right, by the moment now it's above OP and it's above MLP. Definitely it's a buy. At the same time, it's above MA30. So everything is good. That's why the market will go higher. That's no brainer, right? So if you look at the market right now with the 5-minute chart on the Hang Seng, all right, so this is Hang Seng 5-minute. So obviously above OP can buy, right? But it came down, hit the stop loss, and then it tries again. And this time around, it go all the way up already. So again, this tells you a lot on how to trade when you see doji directional day. You just have to find the OP of the day, and then let's trade according to OP. Above OP, you stay buy. Below OP, you stay sell. Got it for doji? All right, everybody, if you understand what I say about DJ, DD, please key it. That's what I want to see whether you are still around. If you have understood what I just said about doji directional day, please key DJ, DD. And of course, now crude oil is trading back above 413 again. I told you just now, regarding crude oil, if you want to buy, you just buy when you're going to buy according to rules, yeah? So I guess, as I said again, crude oil is a long-term positioning trade, okay? Intraday can trade, it's just that it's not going to be easy because of the 23 hours trading, okay? Got it? All right, so DJ, DD, please, it's not difficult to understand this. As long as DJ, it can be expected to be a DD. So you just have to follow the OP of the day you're trading. Above OP, you stay buy. Below OP, you stay sell. So today, very clear. Above OP, you stay buy. And there was a bomb earlier over here. You draw the line. You draw the line. This is where you buy. Very clear, right? Very simple, right, guys? This is how the system works. Okay, using a preferred time frame, then use the bomb and the stars and help you accordingly. And since today DJ, DD, that's why you should stay above as OP is a buy. You buy up, you can see you make money. So evidently, you prove that, right? You just have to follow rules and you should be able to make money. Guys, okay, cool, right? Okay. Nikkei. Nikkei is also a DJ, DD, my friend. So above OP, what should you do? Now, Nikkei, MLP is 27,657. The next target itself is 27,943. So which means that if you buy above OP and above MLP, 27,657, you should aim at 27,943. And if you've done that according to rules and the DJ, DD, the KSI green, then of course with that understanding, you don't need to be a guru. You will know that above OP will be a buy, guys. This is what you do. That's why I told you this. I love to have my doji. I love to have my when the next time the app is ready, you just select all the DJ, DD, you trade with it. So above OP, CCRY, you buy. Above OP, CCRY, you buy. Above OP, CCRY, you buy. Do you see that? Oh my God, look at how powerful is this DJDD. So if you're traded on Nikkei today, now you should be taking profit soon because the nearest next number will be 27,943. So you see, it was above MLP. That's why when the market went past MLP, it shoot up immediately. All right, then after that, it's all right when put on it's actually no nearby, right? MA30. So got it? So guys, when you see DJDD, it's a very simple way to trade. Stick with the OP rule, okay? Well done, Joe. Well done. Profiting from the Nikkei. Well done, Joe. It's that simple, guys. Really, no need to think. All right, this is how it is. DJDD. You just have to trust on it. Now, of course, the only thing is this: would it be a simultaneously, like subsequently, consecutively, that 2 doji or 3 doji side by side? Yes, can happen. Now, normally when that only happens is because there's news coming out, very, very big news coming out from the country itself. So you don't have very, very, very big news in the market. So you don't need to worry about consecutive doji. Very rare. Happen, but it's not as often. Yeah. Okay. So got it? Okay, good. Now I told you DEX they'll be selling, right? I already tell you DEX they will be selling. And yesterday DEX was so beautiful. Now DEX opened above pivot 1. But once it goes below pivot 1, it's a sell already, right? It means it's a color change below pivot 1. Now the crazy part is this: it went down all the way, broke MLP, and continue to go down to pivot 2. So it was a pivot to pivot trade. The market really likes it so much. And then after that itself, right, it went below P2. So by right, you sell further. Okay, so let's see what happened yesterday on the DEX. Can you see now, guys? The DEX itself did a CCYR below pivot 1. So below OP, below pivot 1, CCYR is a sell, right? It's a hit pivot come down trade, okay? Then after that, you notice that it hit a KDR -1, KDR -3, and it continued plunge. And plunge all the way down until it hit pivot 2, then it stopped. As if that they know pivot 2 is actually a magical number. See that? It stopped again. Only in the later part where it goes below, then that is where it ended, okay? But overall itself, this is what a student will be using as long as they have the computer software. But if they're not, then this is what you can do at the pivot to pivot trade really happens, yeah, very often. Okay, all right, so got it. So that is the DEX. So for DEX today, I don't have the numbers yet. So DEX is a very big downside. So we will see how it goes. Maybe you'll recover likely. Because closing at the day low, right? Closing at the day low, maybe the market will recover, yeah? Take note of that. KSI is still green. Okay, let's talk about crude oil now, everybody. Crude oil, crude oil, crude oil. Let's take a look. Now, crude oil today, I stand firm that if the crude oil stays above OP, OP is 113.67. If the market stays above OP, I still think that the crude oil should be able to touch this point, 117.04. So because of that, I did my own risk management. I basically tell people that if let's say crude oil stay above 113.67, stay long. The target itself is 117.04. It's only for today. Now this is not the best trade, but it's okay because the KSI is green in color. All right, it's green in color. So by right itself, right, it should be able to move up. All right. All right, and it's above MLP, right? Above MA30, MA200. So by right, it should be able to go up, yeah? Okay, so take note of that. Okay, so the crude oil now, you do a bit of Fibonacci, just to share with you a little bit here and there. The highest point was here. If you bring it down to the lowest point, okay, if you do a Fibo now, you can see that now there's a bit of resistance because why? 61.8 itself is 112.96. So this is the figure that the main of the boys, all right, I mean, most of the people now are having this particular level here. All right, so that's why the market has been bouncing around. That's why it's on the low win of the 112.60 and then it rebounded because this is 61.8. Now, if the market can evidently stay above 61.8, then by right, it should be able to challenge all the way down or to 125 level. But to me, it's all right. 117 is a level to watch, and also it happened to be that the MLP point now is here. Remember, the MLP point of this particular big candle is 113. So now we are actually here itself, and that's the reason why the market is at a crossroad trying to break. But once the market broke above this convincingly, the next target will be 128. Yeah, it could be 128 next round. Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys, got it? Okay. All right, so that is crude oil. Let's now done with that. Let's look at gold. Now, gold this morning was a buy based on CCRY, right? Based on one morning, it's a buy CCRY. Stop loss, you put it here, right? Stop loss, you put it here, the day low. Okay, so the KSI is red, and it's red rather uptick, yeah? And the blue bars are there. So that means this particular counter is all right. Don't expect it to shoot up immediately. There will be some selling first. And now you're seeing it already, right? Only if it goes up again, OP, then you can buy gold. And of course, the first level it'll break will be this 1943. Now this morning it broke past, but it pulled back down again. 1943 is the MA30. All right, it's MA30, and you can see now if I put it into the intraday chart, you can see that the green dot should be there. So voila, you can see now this is a new star is born. So put a two liner, and plus there's two green dots, right? Because it triggered the MAs. That's why you have big movement. I told you whenever you see this MA, you see big movement either up or down. Usually they follow the colors, right? So that's why the market went down. Okay, pretty simple. But whenever I see MA get traded right, I get very excited. Okay. All right, got it. So that's the first thing to take note for gold. Only it goes above OP and it goes above MA 30 and 1943, then you can buy. Then where can we sell? We can sell all the way up to 4450. Now, why so many, right? Because I say I need to ferry, we need to take note of that. Okay, so only if let's say the market goes past, only if the market goes past 1943, then it can go to 1958. Okay, only if it does that. If it doesn't go past 1943 convincingly, then there'll be a problem already. Okay. All right, how about silver? Silver is also doing the same thing now. Basically, it's sideways now, no movement. But silver today got no pivot. No pivot for silver today. Now, no pivot for silver today means what? That means the OP will speak for itself, right? If the market stays above OP, it may go up. Below OP, it will come down. So how high will this go? Well, potentially can be $26.18. But how low will it go? Well, maybe like I say, it may go down to $23.77. Okay. All right. So this is what the figure should be look like. So of course it's way. All right, still too early to call for it. Yeah. So do it for a while. Okay. All right. Let's go to Ethereum and Bitcoin. Last two. Now for this Ethereum, it has crossed the 3,000 mark. Same thing is a DJ. So likely to this DJ DD day, but now it went up initially, now it's pulling back. So watch out for this. If the market breaks MLP and break OP and there's nothing news, then be careful. The market may swing back down again. Okay, all right. Upside itself is 3091 because that is where the fireworks are. Okay, 3091. Yeah. Okay, for Bitcoin, yeah, for Bitcoin itself, right, we are having a bit of what we call resistance around here at 42 to 43,000. So MLP is now 42,584, which the market has broke below already. I suspect it will hang around here. But because you will notice this is actually a third day, right? This is the first day, this is the second day, logically, this is the third day. So the market is still trying to hold above the BMB RL. So my suspect is this, maybe later on, the market may push it up all the way to trigger for you at 44,555. That is about 3,000 level from where you are now to the BMB 1x1 for this. Now, at the moment, I don't see any downside. KSI is also green, no blue bar. So overall, it seems to be okay for Bitcoin to challenge 44,556. All right, but of course, the previous car itself from this still tell me that, okay, maybe you shouldn't be going too big or should just select one channel to trade accordingly. Okay, all right, so that will be Bitcoin and Ethereum done. Now, one more time before we go, guys, about this Dow Jones today. Now, Dow Jones today, the new BMB, right? Now, a new BMB doesn't mean that the market had to go down immediately. It may ding dong for a couple of days, weeks before eventually you choose one side to go down or choose one side to go up. And that's what I meant. that it will go. So the figure is 33,761 and versus 34,568. Okay, so guys, take note of these two numbers. If downside, then maximize this. If upside, maximize this. Okay. So that'll be all for today's MAO. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with me. And same thing again, once again, guys, trade carefully. These 2 weeks itself, the market will be very volatile. I really hope that you guys stick with it and trade according to rules and make a lot of money from the market. Yeah? If you have a question, it's all right. Do come online and ask me. Okay. This is Cal signing off. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, good.